Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. We're at the Goolwa Indoor Archery Stadium. This is held by Great Southern. This is going to be the spot for the National Indoor Championships. It's one of the three venues being held in the state. So the National Indoor is shot all around Australia. This is an indoor basketball stadium and it's fantastic. So we're about 2 weeks out. I've been training. So I shot all yesterday and my muscles are a bit sore from shooting yesterday. But the reason why you come out before the event is to get used to it and get familiar with the spots, get familiar with the lights. So I've brought different sight pins down today to see which sight pins I want, see how my sight pin sort of shows up in this light. Just become familiar with the venue, get familiar with the people who are here. Because you don't want to rock up to the event for the first time. It's the first time you've ever been there and be worried about the event, worried about where it is, worried about where you're parking, worried about where you're putting gear. You want to get here and feel comfortable. So we're going to shoot an event now, and then after I finish this event, I go home and shoot again because I've got to shoot enough arrows per day leading up to the event so I don't fatigue at the event. Halfway through the QRE, the event, which is 60 arrows, so 2 lots of 30, I shot with a compression top on, which I was testing with a t-shirt, and so now I'm going to try this sort of top. It's like long sleeve to try and get a bit warmer, try and warm up the muscles, so I'm just trying to feel the difference. Now I want to show you Shibuya sight pins. So in this light condition my sight pin was fine. That was a toe point or Avalon sight pin I'm currently shooting, but look at this here. Hopefully you can see that. Look how bright it is just in this light conditions. It's like literally blinding on the target. It comes in red or green, and I'd really like to try this. But for this event, because it's all together, I'll just keep shooting the sight pin I've got because I'm pretty happy with it. I just want to get my body warm because it's quite cold here. And so see how that goes. So a lot of this is just trial and error and see how I feel. So that end, so yesterday I shot 287, 285. That end I shot 276. So I was down quite a bit on what I normally shoot. I was shaking around a bit and I started off quite poor, but then I picked up towards the end. But anyway, so that's just stuff to look at. So we'll finish this round off and sort of see how it finishes. Okay, so how do we finish off the shoot? So I changed my shirt halfway through between rounds. Now, I found this kept me warmer, it's insulated, and it warmed up my muscles. Whether that improved my shooting or not, I don't know. But my second half for 285, 275, 285, 4 points off the state record, finished with a rating of 83.8. I equaled another recurve archer in my shop, Joel. So that will rank us first in the state, fourth in Australia. Now, the thing that with the shoot, I shot 4 ends of back-to-back perfect scores, so 30, 30, 30, 30. Then I felt pressure. I felt the nerves because I'm like, Jesus, I could shoot, like the record, and I could feel the pressure. Now, I don't feel this pressure when I shoot at home because I'm just there putting out the arrows and lots of volume. And I feel more pressure when I shoot in a venue like this because generally people are faster shooters than me, and I'm a fairly fast shooter with a recurve. And I feel like, people are watching, so it puts more pressure on you. That's why you need to come and do these sorts of shoots to see how you feel and become comfortable with it. Now, most of the archers here I'm very familiar with. It's like a family. I've known them for years and years and years. So it's just like shooting with old friends and family members. But you put more pressure on yourself shooting in a venue like this because your expectations are higher. So I shoot at home and I might expect to shoot a 280 or 285 or whatever I expect to shoot. It doesn't really worry me. I feel more pressure here. And as a result, I tend to slow down my archery here. So I tend to aim longer. I'm more pressure on my muscles. And sometimes I'm shaking. I don't get that when I shoot at home. When I shoot at home, it's just bang, the arrows go, I float, and bang, I shoot the arrows, and I come up with the score of whatever that score is between 280 and 290, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. When I come here, I'm worried about the shots more, and this is where I've got to become more familiar, and this is why I need to get to the club more and get that flow happening where I just where I'm expecting myself and I'm not feeling pressure on myself. So I need the same feeling at an event that I feel at home. Now with compound, because I shoot compound as well, I get that. It's pretty much the same for me shooting compound at home to shooting compound here at a venue or shooting compound at a nationals or a state. There's really no difference for me, but shooting recurve is very different for me because I don't have the same level of expectation or experience with recurve. And yeah, I've been shooting recurve for a number of years, but the success with recurve, like I haven't won this event, I haven't won the state indoor or national indoors before, so I've got a lot more expectation on myself. So it puts more pressure on me, and that doesn't help. So I'm going to go, if you're going to shoot an event, go and practice there, go and shoot and put yourself under this pressure, and then go back home and practice and practice and practice and work on it. So from here, I go home and I shoot more arrows. I go home and just get in the flow. You can shoot closer distance at home just to get everything flowing again. It's not to say I didn't shoot well, my shots weren't flowing as I want them to flow. And yeah, like 285 was one of my better scores out of 300, but I didn't feel like it flows as well as it does when I'm at home. And my scores at home are pretty much the same, but I'm looking for the flow in the shoot. So, and I need to shoot more at home because I've got to build up my strength. So come nationals, I shoot twice. So I shoot 130, 140 arrows in the day, followed by 140 next day. So I need to build up my muscles to that extent. Anyway, it was a good experience, and it's always nice to catch up with all the archers down here and at the events and say hi and all that sort of stuff. So my summary is, if you're going to shoot comps, and I fully recommend it because it puts more pressure on yourself and it's all the work you put in. Like I put in hundreds of hours into coming to an event like this to come and go, well, yes, here's my validation to myself. And I'm going to say the pressure you put on yourself is not necessarily a good thing. It can make you shoot worse because you're putting yourself under pressure and you're like, oh, I'm going to say one thing is you think, oh, if I win this, I'm going to be national champion. No one cares. No one's going to care if you're national champion. No one's going to remember. So always think about that when you go, geez, I'm going to shoot really well. I'm going to put pressure on myself. No one's actually really going to care. The only person who's going to care is yourself. So just go there and do your best. And when I'm shooting events like this, that's what I think. I think, geez, just put it in the goal. Just flow. Think about the form. Get your form right. Think about putting in the gold, and just whatever happens, happens. So you don't want to put sort of too much pressure. Just get the whole process flowing, and hopefully it'll turn out well. Anyway, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Thanks for watching. Bye.